of treasure hunting? Cyrodiilic Collections needs you! Oh, hello there. Always a pleasure to see a new face. Welcome to Lilmoth, the festering jewel of Black Marsh. Argonian words, not mine. Doesn't strike me as all that festery, but I digress. How would you like to join an exciting expedition? Oh, the most worthy kind of expedition. A journey into the distant past. Well, not the literal past, I mean. That would be crazy. We're exploring one of the Argonians' ancient Zanmir pyramids to find a priceless relic, the Kajinjat crystal. Oh, to preserve it for future generations, of course. So much of the Argonians' unique history has been lost. With your help, we can pull this antiquity out of the mud and share it with the world. Discovery, adventure, what could be better? You've made a great choice in joining us, friend. The other members of our expedition have already gathered near the western gate. I'll be along shortly. Just need to check on a few things. This is exciting, right? Oh dear. Where are my manners? I apologize. My name is Famia Mercius, or Famia Speaks with Round Tongue to the locals. I'm Cyrodiilic Collections' chief antiquarian here in Murkmire. Oh, so you're that adventurer she mentioned in her letters. What a welcome coincidence. Concordia has been invaluable to the effort. One day, I'll finally convince her to visit. Oh, just over 3 years at this point. I'll admit, it takes some getting used to, but once... Ow! Ooh! Sorry. Once you settle in, you'll never want to leave. Doing your research, huh? Excellent. The local Argonians call it Ishtaj Thitithil Met. Literally, the exact egg cracker. Evocative, right? We just call it the Ishtaj Zanmir. I have it on good authority that we'll find the Kajinjat crystal inside. Apparently, it was vital to some kind of ritual, but that could mean practically anything. According to my research, ancient Argonians performed rituals constantly, large and small. Even so, this crystal clearly deserves a place in our collection. Oh, most certainly. Jewelry, idols, who knows? We sell some of these more common items to private collectors. Not for a profit, mind you. Just enough to keep the operation afloat. For the most part, no, they don't. The Argonians here in Murkmire, they don't see things the way we do. When we first arrived, I tried to include the locals in our work, to get their blessing, you know? Fine, I guess. But the truth is, the Argonians just don't care about their history all that much. They live in the now. Past, future, those concepts are totally foreign to them. Once our museum is finished, though, I'm sure they'll take an interest.
You have seen my postings. Word of Zul Motas staked across Murkmire with dagger and nail. You come for the death hunts? I reveal the obvious. They are hunts for death, or rather deadly things. My tribe puts out the call for warriors to gather and pursue Zulmotas. That is my purpose here. Truth, Varro Hosidius keeps up on our needs as well. Come to either of us, and you may join those who seek out death. Good. I reveal the Zulmota each day. You gather your warriors, do as I ask. If you survive, you will have the respect of the Naga core and the spoils. I say sincerely, what I offer will no doubt lead to your death, but the battle will be glorious. Will you accept a challenge from the Naga core tribe? Go to the Echoing Hollow, far across the land. In that secluded bog, the rare night bloom vine grows like weeds. Gather night blooms and bring them here. Beware, the guardian of the hollow, though. It dislikes intruders. One of Murkmire's mire gaunts. It's a huge, lumbering creature we call walks like thunder. Very strong, very dangerous. Best to kill it before you try to gather the vines. You still here? The task will not complete itself, Ogel.
You're back. I suppose I need to ask, were you able to place the sacred candles in Sophir Cavern? So there were Imperial remains in the cavern. I suppose that will make Tia happy. From a historical perspective, of course. Not because there are dead Imperials. Anyway, here's your payment. If you're lucky, I'll have more work soon. Need someone with no fear and a strong back. That you? Not from around here, I see. Don't know why you'd come to this hole, but I'm guessing you're looking for an opportunity. Might have one. You up for it? Got a lead on some ancient Argonian texts preserved at the Teeth of Sithis. Problem is, the temple got overrun by blackguards recently. Whatever those scum are doing there, it won't involve keeping old tablets from crumbling to dust. You're catching on. If you can get past the blackguards and bring those texts back in one piece, there'll be a fair bit of gold in it for you. That's all I've got for you.
The dead of Tanzelwell had a lot to say about Irene.
These packed geese have many words to speak. Words of victory and honor, and of the glory of battle. So many words, I am surprised their tongues do not tire. Still, I listen. It would do no good to close my ears to such things.
How good it is to see a fellow member of the Great Ebonheart Pact. I hope you're spreading the good word about our cause. We could always use more soldiers on the front line. Busy as ever, of course. Until Imperial City is ours, the Ebonheart Pact will not rest. I'm here as part of a new Murkmire recruitment effort. We could always use more Argonians. I've had it, I tell you.
Do you like treasure? Come explore the swamp with Cyrodiilic collections. Are you an adventurer?
If you want to travel, Murkmire.
Oh, have I got an adventure for you?
Poseus is being bothered by that Lucule again. Does he not realize she's as mute as a stone?
All right, Chuksu. You can do this. You can do this. Good day, traveler. Is there something I can, help you with? Is it that obvious? Yes, I am. Well, no, not really. I've come to ask Sulakish, a former agent of the Shadow Scales, to help arbitrate a dispute. But speaking to an assassin, even a retired one, is a terrifying prospect, to say the least. Well, if you don't mind, to introduce the issue, if nothing else. The dispute is between Nurhe and Pahisa, who both claim rights to a nearby salt rice farm. They've already both agreed to accept Sulakish's decision. Thank you, Biko. You've... Fate's current carries you down a bloody river, Biko. Let me help you prepare.
No need to come any closer, stranger. I can hear you just fine from there. Ah, such a sweet sound. As they say, silence is the music of Sithis. You have my attention. Is this about Chukzu? I've heard him pacing for an hour or so and suspect he seeks my judgment on some matter. As I thought. Very well. I'll need evidence if I'm to properly judge. Speak with the two claimants, Nurhe and Paheza. Seek their truths, yes, but also their lies. Both will help my decision. It also wouldn't hurt to check the farm itself. The midge lingers. Do you seek anything else?
At my inn, you shall.
Fear that leads to a stagnation. Something must now clear the way. That which will make Kuba stay. Wise eyes always look ahead, clearing all their doubt and dread. They who see past yesterday, they who will be Kuba stay. Kuva stay, that which sparks the needed change. Kuva stay, one who sees the needed way. Scales of shadow, nothing speakers, their dark words.
You hero types always...
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Oh, Galish, such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a vosa saddle.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush.
Together we would hatch many eggs so large and robust and old.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Bilakar?
What? Really? Why, that artifact has been lost for centuries.
We need relic hunters, and we're paying well. Come, let's talk.
Up to, Dock Toads, and watch your step. This pier is made from wicker and prayers. I have no time to chat. It is a busy day, and I need to make sure this shipment is off before the next tide. Take your business elsewhere.
I told you.
The Shadow Scale? I see. My claim on that farm is as watertight as my trading vessels. Kimaru, may she be at peace with the Hist, owed me several debts before she departed. That farm acts as collateral. It is as simple as that. We were business associates. I would buy her salt rice crop and sell it in far-off Senchal. The cats like to put moon sugar on it. When Kimaru fell on hard times, I offered a loan. Unfortunately, she died before it could be repaid. That skooma Adel Kuda couldn't tend a crop if her scales depended on it. She may be Kimaru's egg sister, but she cares nothing for that salt rice farm. It would be run into the muck before the next season. Of this, I have no doubt. As the Dryskins would say, an idiot. You have but to speak to Pahesa once to see the truth in my words.
Fancy a life of treasure hunting? Cyrodiilic Collections needs you!
You meet my gaze. Unusual. You either know just enough, or nothing at all. What do you want? The sacred texts, beliefs of the Elder Ways fading further from memory, but they are still precious to those who honor the primal entity. If Cyrodiilic Collections can keep them safe, they will be pleased. They were on display in the sacrificial chambers, before the temple was overrun by the blackguards. I cannot say if they were moved by the caretakers, plundered or shattered to pieces, but I trust you will find them, if you are meant to.
Ah, fresh meat. More gold for Zadaza when you die.
What do you want? That sniveling little slug. Chuksu was supposed to handle this himself. Well, what more do you want to know? The farm was my egg-sister's, so it belongs to me now. A fair claim by anyone's standards, I would think. No. But why would she need to? Of course she would want me to have the farm. All I want is to sell the damn place and move on with my life. Look, it's all I have left. That and Kimaru's grave stake by the docks. Her memorial, of course. When a Saxlail dies, their lives are honored with the carvings on their grave stakes. If you're so curious about who my sister is, why don't you go look for yourself?
I've got a lot to do here.
I've trained all my steeds to glide over mud like water over stone.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Oh, Galish, Such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a vosa sato.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush.
Want some advice?
All connected, all are one.
My rage consumes me. Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Bilakar?
What? Really?
Your eyes are as lovely as my
Is this your first treasure hunt too? I'm so excited. I scrounged up my fair share of treasures in Valenwood, but root caverns hardly measure up to Azanmir. It's sure to be packed with all kinds of treasures, maybe even some delicious new bugs.
I'm rather busy right now.
Good to see a recruit with a few notches in their shield. Still don't want to know your name, though. No point in getting attached until you've survived your first hunt. Attachments slow you down. And in Murkmire, you keep up or you die.
So, Famia reels in another adventurer, eh? This one admits you seem stronger than most. Zadaza gives you 2 in 3 chance of surviving. Fair odds, yes? Ha! Only for wide-footed bumblers. Unfortunately, Famia has a weak eye for talent, and Murkmire is full of clumsy risk-takers. But don't worry, Walker. This one has been on 5 expeditions with Famia, and only seen people eaten by salamanders twice. Only this. When we find treasure, take no more than you can carry comfortably. A heavy purse will make you slow, and being slow will make you dead. Oh, and if you see Zadaza running, you should run too, in the same direction. Simple. Any other questions for Zadaza? Or do you simply wish to get to the running, dodging, and screaming? Confidence, initiative, excellent. These are wonderful traits that will almost certainly get you killed. Do not worry. Zadaza will ensure that your legend lives on by scooping up your bloody gear and selling it. Ah, Famia arrives.
I'm coming. I'm coming straight away. Just give me a moment. So, you found our fellow travelers. Excellent. Whew, I think we're almost ready to depart. There is one thing I need your help with before we begin our adventure in earnest, though. The ancient Argonians locked the Zanmir up tight, and not just with metal locks. They infused the stone with sun magic. I won't pretend to understand how it works, but I do know that without a potent magical focus, the door won't budge. Oh, I'm glad you asked. There are flecks of yellow glass scattered all over Murkmire. We call them Baka stones, and each one contains a bit of ancient magicka. Put enough of them together, and you can activate all sorts of things. Things like doors. Out in the marsh, I'm afraid. I sent a few of my best people to gather the stones for me, and agreed to meet them later. With your help, it shouldn't take long. Can I count on you to accompany me? Follow me. If we get separated, I'll find you at the next stop, all right?
Is it true that this Lotus Plague turned whatever it touched into a zombie?
I sent one of our younger members, Eshraf, to the Sonakiva dig site just outside of town. A surprisingly productive area, despite how close it is. You never have to travel far to find evidence of the ancient Argonian civilization. It won't last forever, though. Most of these ruins are already half sunk into the mud. Eshraf? Eshraf! That's odd. He was supposed to be here. Have a look around, would you? Eshraf's bag. Was he chased off by one of these salamanders? Keep an eye out. I won't lie. The swamp's a dangerous place. I've grown to love it, but it can still be terrifying. Dynia's sword. Oh, she loves that sword. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is troubling. Come, let's hurry. I need to speak to someone. I need to meet a local Argonian, a bright throat named Zukas. He should be waiting at a hut we use as a gathering place. Maybe we'll find Dynia and Eshraf there too. Lots of old, collapsed buildings hereabouts. Murkmire Argonians believe that everything is temporary. You see, so they just let nature take its course. Makes our job a bit more difficult, but, well, still fascinating. Looks like Zukas hasn't arrived yet. No Dynia or Eshraf either. We should look around. Zukas should be along shortly, I hope. Argonians aren't really known for their punctuality. What's that? Eshraf's journal? And another stone? Oh, this doesn't look good at all. Wait. Zukas! Is that you?
Sun's blessings, friend Famia. I hope you did not wait too long. Greetings, Biko, and welcome to Murkmire. My name is Zukas. I am wondering, who are you? Forgive the rushed introduction. I find that trading names and intentions makes for calmer waters. We understand each other, I think. Then this Vaka stone belongs to you, I think. Friend Famia never tires of poking around in the old hard nests. I do not know why, but very few dry-skin habits make sense to me. The Zonmirs are very dangerous. Do you have a guide? Ha, no. Truthfully, there is nothing in the Zonmirs that interests me. I hope you have a good reason for taking this journey. I should point out that simple greed is not a good reason. Ah, this does not surprise me. I hope you will not let her come to harm. Famia is a worthy friend. She honestly tries to do right by the Saxhleel, but her persistence, it often gets her into trouble. I wish you luck in your expedition. That is a fair point, and I respect nothing more than honest dealing. As I said, my name is Zukas, Root Herald of the Brightthroat tribe. I protect the tribe's interest. Some hunt for Wamasu. I hunt for truth and fruitful relationships. You have not heard of us? Either you are very new, or I am dragging my tail as a representative. We are artisans, traders, and guides. Our Hist's roots stretch from Brightthroat village north of here to Lilmuth and the coast beyond. Yes, you might call it a tree. All Saxhleel serve a Hist. Their branches protect us, and their sap sustains us. If your path ever takes you to Brightthroat village, you will see. I promise you, Murkmire is much grander than the streets of Lilmoth.
I just need to take a moment to speak to Zukas about Eshraf and Dynia. Hopefully he knows something, or knows someone who does. In the meantime, why don't you head to the Zonmir? It's just east of here. I'll meet you there as soon as I can. Oh, I'll be fine. If anything threatens us, Zukas will take care of it. This business with Eshraf and Dynia has me worried. I'm hoping Zukas can find out if anyone's seen them. Oh, before you leave, could you give me those Vaka stones and the sword?
Prey is scarce these days. Too many careless feet stomping the muck.
Do not be a limp fish. You did right coming to me. I sense there are more coils to this snake than a mere property dispute. Welcome back. Your footfalls have a very peculiar quality, did you know? You bear much weight on your shoulders, I sense. No doubt you have spoken to the claimants. Tell me, what have you learned? Ah, and from what Chuksu has told me, she also plans to sell the farm. Most likely to pay off the debts she undoubtedly has with such a habit. What of Nurhe? And so it all comes together. Paheza steals from her egg sister to pay off her debt to Nurhe. The salt rice farm suffers as a result. Nurhe uses this to his advantage and forces Kimaru into debt as well. The answer is now clear. The two parties must meet. Acquire oil from both a mature bog willow and a perfumed snapper. You must keep these oils separate, of course. Give the bark oil to Nurhe, and the snapper oil to Paheza. It is a shadow scale custom. The oils help separate those who cling from that which they cling to. In this case, a dispute which has lasted far too long. Have patience. Soon, all will be clear. Have both Nurhe and Paheza rub the oil into their scales, and tell them to meet at the town's entrance. There, the matter will finally be put to rest.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership.
You again. Here to tell me the Shadow Scale's judgment, are you? Well, let me hear it. Negotiate. With that spineless Kuda? Fine. Besides, it's about time that someone put Nurhe in his place. There's no doubt that the Shadow Scale will agree with my claim. What's this? Smells like perfume. I'll do as the Shadow Scale asks, of course. Not stupid enough to go against her wishes. And I'll attend the meeting, too. Make no mistake. Good luck getting Nurhe to agree to come. He hasn't deigned to speak to me once since Kimaru died. Just uses Chiksu to relay messages. Oh, so you finally caught wind of the truth, did you? Nurhe's the whole reason I'm like this, you know. Gave me my first bottle of skooma free of charge. The bottles afterward, of course, were plenty costly. What do you know? Who are you to judge me? It was different before, you know. I had a life. I had a family. And now I have nothing. Nothing but a muddy scrap of land that might let me finally move on from this swamp pit. Then stop accusing me of things you have no right to. Just go away!
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Oh, Gilly, such things
Is this Odd Street?
My esteemed Biko, I'm sure you come with good tidings. After all, my claim is as strong as the roots of the Hist. What? Rub oil into my scales, whatever for? Negotiate? Is the matter not settled? All right. I'm not foolish enough to go against the Shadow Scale's command. Besides, my words are sure to sway all present. I'll make sure to attend the negotiation. You needn't trouble yourself further. Oh? Not surprising. We wrote a lot of letters to each other. Paheza would often conduct business on behalf of her egg sister. Just what do you think you're implying? You listen to me, mudfish, and you listen well. My business is all above board, and I do not give one lick of a toad's backside what you think you found. Now go jump on the bog.
If you're here for information on the Ebonheart Pack's war effort, speak to recruiter Andrillo. She's recruiting new members at their kiosk just to the south of the docks. Not very well, if you ask me. Here in Murkmire, the war efforts are nothing more than stories told by sailors. Why risk your hide for something that you can't even see? Being sent here was a fool's errand. I'm as Lucial as they come. Born and raised in Morrowind, away from all this. Never licked any sap, yet here I am, soul and all. I put my trust in the Pact, not some all-knowing tree. And that's served me well so far. You really that invested in me? Well, I'm not saying I've got my ears closed or anything. I'll listen to whatever anyone has to say, but don't expect me to go on believing it.
If it weren't for your heroism and Tonville's sacrifice, Stonefalls would have been destroyed by that monster.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership. That is why there are so many travelers in this town. Deeper in the swamp, the tribes tend to be more isolated and hostile to outsiders.
Professor, can you tell us what an Uzith Biko is? I've overheard some Argonians referring to it, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Oh, well, it's a term used for a ritual partner that performs,
In the dry-skin tongue, you would say nest friend. I am sure you can draw the meaning of such words. You are scholars, after all.
Thank you both for agreeing to this negotiation.
Of course. Far be it from me to deny the wisdom of a shadow scale.
Oh, please. Let's just get this over with.
Before we begin negotiations, I want the two of you to shake hands, amicably, to show your good intentions in coming here.
What happened? What did you do?
What was asked of me, I resolved their dispute. I entrust the farm to you, and so the farm now belongs to one who is worthy of it. I'd much rather pass such judgment with my own hands, of course, But at my age, this is the best I can manage. I saw the needed resolution and acted accordingly. That is all. My rulings are always just, though not always pleasant. I thank you for your aid in the matter. Here, a reward is only fitting. In the name of Sithis, I have brought about the needed change. That which hindered has been removed. That which must be, shall be. May the Dread Father guide your blade.
I think I have to lie down for a moment. And after that, it's off to get the farm back in order. Let's just hope I can honor Kimaru's dedication. Elsewise, well, I don't want to think about the elsewise.
The catapult cabbage can knock a full-grown Saxhleel right onto their tail. If they cannot be avoided, it's best to move swiftly past them.
I shall clean your goods.
I once ran with the blackguards.
Make no mistake, I may be in Murkmire, of all places, but I still do not wish to speak with one of your kind. Leave me.
I've had to turn quite a few coin purses away due to bugs. I may deal in dirty gold, but there is a point I must draw the line.
You have come for my services, yes? Quickly, pull it out. I haven't got all day. Ah, I refer to the items which you have stolen, of course.
I've never felt more at home than within this refuge. Soon as I've earned enough gold, I'll quit this job for good. Now, how can I help you?
working?
See there? The door awakens. Try opening it now, Zadaza.
This for. Zadaza has been peeking at this for... What did you do, Famia?
Scholarship in action, my friends. Now, let's make some discoveries.
Ah, yes. Let's get to it. We're crocodile bait out here.
Style door release. Fascinating. Oh, a bit of help, please. Just pull that lever there. What? Push! I meant push! Ah!
Famia, are you alive?
Zadaza, you avoided the trap?
Arachtel on Zadaza's beautiful tail, but otherwise she's fine. The others fell into separate rooms.
Mercy. Try to find a way around. We'll look for the others down here. Stendar bless it, Famia. You never pull a Bijum release. You push. Always push. I'm dreadfully sorry, but don't despair. I mean, clearly this isn't an ideal start, but in the grand scheme of things, falling into a pit is a fairly minor setback. Well done! Let's find... Oh, dear. You don't think there are any snakes in this water, do you? Some kind of mechanical bridge? Oh, remarkable! I don't see an obvious way to lower it. It must relate to these pulleys somehow. Look! Those columns in the water feature the same symbols as the counterweights. A 2-ton weight pulley puzzle. I've never seen one in person. At this rate, we'll find the Kajinjat crystal in no time. My friends, too. What to do? Wait, look up there. Flint vine. That could do the trick.
terrifying. I heard shouting from across the chasm. It sounded like Varro. He needs help. I just need a moment.
All right, rest here, but not for too long. The crystal's almost in reach. Let's go help Varro.
Stay back, you beasts!
Hold on, Varro! We're on our way! Aim for the abdomen!
Took a real beating during the fall. Leg broke like a dry twig. Want some advice? Don't get old. Hopefully, Kirstalev can patch it up well enough for me to walk. In the meantime, you should be looking for a way out of here. And hey, thanks.
Famia's crystal is through the next door. Hop down, yes? This one will follow. Dark moons, a trap. Lift those paws, Walker. Zadaza will disarm it.
You see? You aren't the only one who can find side passages.
Note this one's very genuine surprise.
The Kajinjat crystal! At last!
Careful, Famia. We have had enough falling and screaming for one day.
Sound advice. It should just be a matter of wedging the pressure plate and... there. Finally! What was that? Mara's mercy! Run!
Distracted, Walker. Zadaza will open the door.
By the roof!
Whose name is that?
Flamethrowers. Throw the ooze over them. Trap. Drag the monster out of the way.
What's happening?
Gas. It fills the Zanmir. Run, now, before you suffocate.
The door is open. Hurry!
Damn leg. I'm right behind you.
Do not worry. I have you. Perhaps you will not stop for useless relics next time, eh? hope you see now. I do not exaggerate about the Zonmirs. Are you all right? You are not wheezing or leaking blood from your ears. That is something, at least. A fair question. In truth, I came to rescue Famia. I will admit a certain affection for her. She is kind-hearted and loyal, like a hedge gecko or one of your tiny bark dogs. I would not want her to come to harm. I'm glad to see you safe as well. Ha, no. Have a care with that crystal, Biko. If it is truly the Kajinjat, you should not let it jangle around in Famia's purse for long. I know that, if mishandled, it could lead to something very dangerous. So I would appreciate it if Famia stayed safe at home, for a time. It has been many long hours since my last sundose, after all, and I try to limit my rescues to 1 per day.
That Zukas is always so polite. I don't know where I'd be without him. Despite the mishaps, we have the Kajinjat crystal, thanks in no small part to your contributions. Cause for at least modest celebration, right? No, of course not. Though some have gone worse. Anyway, we shouldn't dwell on the missteps and bungles. Need I remind you that we recovered the Kajinjat crystal? An item of immeasurable historical import. Yes, well, I had hoped to discuss that in private. Provided this little misadventure hasn't driven you from the business completely, I'd like to bring you on for another task. Let me settle up here, then I'll meet you in my office in Lilmoth.
Farewell, everyone. Please, do not make me do this again.
Well, that was exciting, right?
I have never seen more spiders.
Are you joking? We nearly died.
Welcome, my friend, to exploring with Famia.
Oh, that's hardly fair. Our last expedition was...
Spike Pit.
Well, yes. But before that...
Angry Naga Heart Eaters.
Ah, but what about that trip north? That wasn't...
Many crocodiles.
Madus lost his hand to one. Remember Madus?
Zadaza mostly remembers his screams.
Yes, but need I remind you, we acquired the Kajinjak crystal?
Good for you. As for me, I'm out. This elf is sticking to woodland adventures from now on.
Smart. I'm sitting the next one out too. Here, elf. I'll walk you home.
Are you certain you're up to it?
Ale's cheap in Lilmoth, and there's not a beast alive that's going to stand between me and a tankard right now.
Fair enough. Just take it slow, all right?
A one-legged Imperial and a wood elf fresh out of the cradle go wandering into the swamp. What could go wrong?
You are not one of her thralls. No, you do not smell like them. Quickly, you must help me. I only barely escaped her clutches, but my root sisters and brothers were not so lucky. Every moment we delay will be measured in innocent blood. Shulzotse devours the sun, High Priestess of the Teeth. She has many names, all of them spoken softly. She has returned from dusk to reclaim her temple, and we are the offering she makes for Sithis' favor. Yes, what blood she does not drink is spilled on the altars of the temple. For what purpose, I do not know. But many have died for the sake of her terrible rituals. Shulzotse must be stopped. The priestess holds them in the teeth of Sithis. Use the tunnel beneath the waterfall to reach the Zanmirs on the ridge above. We will regroup at the top of the western Zanmir once you've found the others.
You come to drain the sap from me again, but I have little left to offer your master. When the last of us are bled dry, it will be you who quenches her endless thirst. It does not matter. We are too entangled in the rotting roots of our past to flee from it. They have spread far and wide, unnoticed beneath the surface, and now that they have broken into the light, it is too late. So what would you have me do?
Can't get enough of this fine vintage, huh? Well, you're cut off. Come any closer and I'll bash your fangs in. He got out? Slippery skink, that one. Well, what are you waiting for? Set me loose, so I can give these bloodsuckers a good thunk right in their pointy teeth.
I am grateful the Hist has guided you all to me, but is this everyone you were able to find? So far, yes. I found nothing in the eastern Zonmir but the priestess's thralls and the reek of mingling blood. Whoever was there has already been taken to bleed on the temple's teeth, or her own. She will find others. Before the fall, Shuzaltse drenched the teeth of Sithis with sacrificial blood from dawn to dusk. As the thing she has become, her need is greater now, and so is her power. I can feel it coursing through this temple. Like the blood spilled here begins to pulse through dead stone. The beating of this temple's heart is slow, but it echoes through the void. She is calling to Sithis. We cannot let her be heard. I fear what Shuzaltse has begun may not be undone by her death alone. We must stop her ritual and forever silence this temple to the old ways. Destroy the altars. Only then can we be certain the High Priestess will not get what she wants. They have stood too long already. They stand for a Sithis that is no longer or never was. It seeks change. Whether that change is good for us is for it to decide. Some may be faithful to her as a priestess of Sithis, but I think most fell victim to her power. After the Black Rose riots destroyed the prison, there would have been no shortage of outlaws wandering the swamps for her to prey upon. The Rose was built upon ruins. Built upon ruins. Built upon ruins. The Hist only knows what was buried beneath. But if anything was to stir Shuzaltse from her grave, the bloodshed of the prison riots would be it. But we have more dire concerns. safe until we get aid from the tribes.
Well, we're not going back. Give them a good bash ourselves?
I would rather gather support in Lilmoth. Get some rest. Maybe a warm meal.
I bet Sithis would want a bash.
Right now, I am strongly considering it. Is it true that this Lotus Plague turned whatever it touched into a zombie? The temple seems quieter, and the spines of fear and dread lie flat again. It is done, isn't it? Then the last remnants of the old ways have finally been shed, and the story of Shuzaltse ends as it was always meant to, with a new beginning. We are grateful for your help. The Hist were wise to guide you to us. Shuzaltse fought against tides of change longer than we can know. But in the end, the old always gives way to the new. May she finally find peace in the void. Though dead, the husk of the old ways still hangs over our temple. We three will go to Lilmoth and beseech the tribes to help Sithis cast off these remnants. If their warriors scour our temple clean, we will return. Then we were not meant to be there, and we will take our teachings elsewhere. Another lesson wiser. May your struggles crumble.
When the hunt ends, the celebration begins. I speak truth. I expected the mire gaunt to break your bones and leave your body to sink into the swamp. A pleasant surprise that you survived, and that you succeeded. Here, the Nagakur thank you for your service.
You've been gone a while. You find those tablets or just get stuck in the mud? I do not miss hauling glorified bricks out of sinking death traps. Do miss the weight of a bountiful reward in my hand, though. Check back later. Sure to be more where that came from.
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our experience in the Murkmire hasn't put you off adventuring for good. Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me recover the Kajinjak crystal and saved the entire expedition many times over. Without you, we'd certainly be dead. Please, take this payment with my compliments. Now then, are you ready to discuss my offer? I certainly hope so. I honestly don't know what I'll do if you turn me down. It's grave business, you know? I'm not trying to apply undue pressure or anything, but yes, serious business. It's my missing companions, Eshraf and Dainia, the explorers whose bags we found out in the marsh, remember? I told you I sent them to recover Vaka stones, but that wasn't all they were looking for. They were looking for the remnant of Argon, a legend. Some say it's a massive gem, others a magical egg. Either way, I fear Eshraf and Dainia's disappearance is linked to their search. Zukas agreed to look into it, and it seems he's found something. Could you speak with him? Zukas' message said to meet him at the Tiba Enu field in Altan Mir Halil. Tiba Enu's a local sport. I have no idea how it's played. There's a ball involved, I know that. I'm dabbling, sorry. I do this when I'm nervous. Please, be careful.
Good to see you again. I'm so glad you decided to come to Murkmire. I really am. We could use your help, and that's a fact. Where else would I be? I go where Famia and Concordia need me, and right now, that's right here. I'm cataloging the latest relics discovered by our explorers, and I need to be quick. Look, I even found a place for the cursed skull. Oh, Concordia's off dealing with benefactors and recruitment back in the more civilized sections of Tamriel. Famia expects her to return soon, though, and that will be a good thing. The sisters work best when they work together. Where else would we put it? Oh, you mean the legend. I don't think the golden skull of Bilakar poses any more danger to Murkmire. At least not any more than usual. Don't worry, though. We'll keep the skull safe. I promise.